Looks like we are live now. Let me show you something that nobody's talking about. Okay. Okay. See, I have this chart. This is a Bitcoin chart that was posted from December 19th, 2022. Okay, it states where the bottom is. 16,785 was the price. And I mentioned that if you look at the bottom here, Monday, 13th October 2025. So the top would be somewhere around there. Okay, this was my own chart. This was according to the 4-year cycle. Okay, so people who are coming from Ben's channel, this was predicted. I predicted the bottom, 16,785, right? When we were here in November of 2022, this is when I predicted, and then I posted it on Twitter, right? Nobody's talking about, but now I change my stance. It's not a 4-year cycle. The 4-year cycle is broken. I know Ben, and nothing against him. He's adamant on a 4-year cycle, and I'm not. That's the only difference we have. We met, see right here, me and Ben met at the CryptoWars conference. Guys, we are in Nashville. The last day of the conference. This is the after party. This was the after party. The Altcoin Daily. Everybody was there. Da Vinci here. Altcoin Daily. Crypto Lifer. I think every YouTuber you get the gist. Okay, so here, so people who are wondering who I am, these are all the crypto YouTubers. We got together at one point, and this is where exchanges happen and networking happens, and yep. But coming back to crypto, okay, I do think Bitcoin here. Let's go back on Brave New Index. Okay, that's where we are. And where do I think we are going? I think we are going sideways and up. So this is, let's put it on a weekly. This does not show the recent price. So let's just do Coinbase Bitcoin. Okay. I do think Bitcoin is going to go sideways and stay in this channel, and not like everyone's expecting. And it will stay in this channel for almost a year, until the end of 2026, I would say, to Q1 of 2027. That's what I think. Why, you'll be like, why, Shrey? There is no dubious speculation with Bitcoin. I strongly believe, and there is no, I can use intellectual words like, the divergence, MACD, liquidity, you call it, the government buying, the QE, all that stuff. Okay, I can use that and sound intelligent. The only substance is where this trend line takes me. Okay, and I don't think we break this trend line, and we continue on this trend line. Okay, and this trend line ends somewhere in 2026, end of 2026, right? There is no you know, there's no magic words that would make this sound more intellectual or professional. What usually YouTubers do, they use difficult words that you're not able to comprehend, and they sound intelligent. Okay, when the other person makes you feel dumb, this is when you think, oh man, he knows what he's talking about. Because here we are dealing with finances, nobody knows. Okay, everyone's speculating, but this is what I believe. And I've been right on Bitcoin too from the start. Okay, if you look at this, even my chart, I was talking about QE right here in August 2024 when nobody was talking about QE. I was the one who was talking about QE that Treasury has to buy. There's 10 trillion of assets, that Treasury will have to buy in a year. Okay. So Treasury just started buying right here. Let me show you another recent tweet that I posted, which shows the chart of Bitcoin, where we are, and where I thought was the local top when we were sitting around $80,000, I think. Let me show you. Okay, here. This was another call for Bitcoin. Look, everyone's waiting for this to happen. Will they get it? It was at 16,466. At that time, when Bitcoin was 16,500, I mentioned we are going to between 113 to 220. Okay. I don't want to be cocky, but nobody on the internet has called Bitcoin like the way I have. And this is one of the recent ones, January 13, 2025, when Bitcoin was sitting at $94,000. I said, we will go, if you see, $122,000. I said between $117,000 to $122,000 local top. Okay, local top right here, local top, and then we would go down. But we go sideways from here. I didn't disclose what I was expecting, what happens after that. So Bitcoin, I think, will stay in this channel. There is a small possibility where it goes and wicks down, comes down to 78, 77. There's a possibility, something like what we did here, right? We did here. It's possible that it can do that. But I am bullish. I am not bearish like other YouTubers like Ivan on Tech or Ben Cohen, who expects Bitcoin to go down to $50,000, $60,000 right now and then go up. No, I am not bearish. I think Bitcoin goes to these levels. It'll keep a lot of people confused when it hits around $104,000, $105,000, and people will think that this is just another relief rally. But Bitcoin instead, it'll spend some time here. Instead of going down, it'll go to $135,000, and that's what I think happens to Bitcoin. Okay, what happens to altcoins? You'll be like, Shrey, what happens to altcoins? So we'll discuss right now in the stream what happens to altcoins. And, if you see what Ben's been saying, Ben's been, again, nothing against Ben. He's been right on Bitcoin, right? And, so I have been right on Bitcoin. I've been wrong on altcoins, the timeline of altcoins. I've been wrong on, but we are going to get a magnificent Altseason, and that is going to happen. We are going to get magnificent Altseason. By the way, my name is Shrey, and you are watching Shrey TV, baby. Yeah, man. Straight up. Ask any of my viewers who have been watching this channel for a long time. that I've been right on Bitcoin. Okay, so let's look at the altcoin. What is happening with the altcoin? See the dominance right here. Bitcoin dominance. Ben talks about Bitcoin dominance a lot, right? So when will the alt season start? If you look, I think the next 3 or 4 days. This is the bearish. We broke this trend line that I had, but I think we are going to go back at it for the next few days and try to claim this level right there. This level 59.58, or even a little bit higher than that, 59.70. Bitcoin dominance will try. It will try to claim this level in next few days and get rejected, I think. You see, I expect a candle like this. Next few days, we do this, another candle up like that. And then the fourth day, third or fourth day, we get a candle down like that. Okay? So that would mark the beginning of your alt season, and Bitcoin dominance drops to 50%. Until 50%, I would say 50.8 or 51%. 51% would be where I would get cautious for, expected dump somewhere in March, April. Bullish until March, April. Okay, I am very bullish until March, April. But I feel we give too much relevance to Bitcoin dominance. Some of the cryptos don't even care what is happening with Bitcoin dominance, because we could be sitting at the bottom and they already have started their move down. Okay, so taking profits, you have to look. You don't look at Bitcoin dominance when taking profits. Okay, you look at the individual chart of the crypto. If your crypto has topped out, doesn't matter if Bitcoin dominance is right here at 58. Okay, if it has not reached 51, you'd be like, you can't say, oh, it hasn't reached the bottom yet, I shouldn't take profits. It doesn't matter. Your crypto could reach at the top at right here at 58, 57%. And you would be waiting. You'll be like, oh my God, Bitcoin dominance hasn't reached 51%. I shouldn't take profit. No. If your crypto, that particular chart of that crypto has reached the top, then you get out. Okay? All right. You didn't see this thing at all. I apologize. I was at a different screen. But here we are. Okay? So I'll repeat again. I think we go up a little bit. The next 2 or 3 days, Bitcoin dominance goes up to these levels, 59.70, 59.57. And you see a couple of days, you could experience that your crypto, might be having a small pullback, nothing significant, but a small pullback. And then we get a huge candle like that, down. Okay, huge. And this is when everything goes berserk, bonkers like that. Okay. Expect something like that. We go up for the next 2 or 3 days, the Bitcoin dominance, and then you get a huge candle down. Okay, let's talk to all my friends. What is happening? What is happening? How is everyone? God's creation, Aventus Network. Right TV, fingers crossed. BCH goes to the moon. Yes, it will. Oh, that's another trigger, BCH. What I love about BCH, people don't realize, is that a significant thing has happened. A significant thing has happened in BCH, which tells me that bull run is on like Donkey Kong. Okay. Right here, if you see weekly on Bitcoin Cash, it tells me that we are about to break the monster downtrend from the retest. If you see this, we were never able to pass this trend line, for so many years. Okay, this is the first time in the history of Bitcoin Cash we went up and retest, and now we are breaking out. Okay, this is called a perfect breakout, and we have passed this previous level. Okay, for me it was very important that we close a 4 hours candle above 640, and we did close a daily candle and a 4 hours candle above 631. Next target will be closing 700 above this, and I think we will. Okay, the only dilemma is how fast we will go up. So the 618 is right here. If we go touch the 618 really fast, that means we are going to have a fast cycle right there. 1200 to $1,400 is the 618. Okay, so if we go ahead in next week or 2 weeks, if we touch that, that means we are in a fast cycle. Okay, but if we take our time, we go to say $1,000, $800 to $1,000. We go to $800. We go to $800, and then come back down like that to $600 or $580. Spend some time there before going up. Okay, then we could be looking at a slow cycle. When I say slow, that means we could be reaching our target somewhere in August. Okay, in August of 2026, we are looking at $3,000-$4,000 Bitcoin Cash, and 20,000 probably by the end of the year. Okay, that's the only dilemma. But if we start moving fast, this is the next level. This is the big resistance. But right here, $2,000-$3,000, right before the 2618, I think we would have a stop here at $2,300 around here. And yep, look at this. The top here is at between $16,000 to $20,000. But again, major resistance comes for Bitcoin Cash is in this channel, where I would be inclined to taking profits. I know the chart tells me that we might go to $20,000, but it's depends on how much risk tolerance you have. I don't have to take that much risk. I'll be happy with $4,000 Bitcoin Cash, right? So I think there's a huge resistance right here at $5,000, $6,000, right? So I wouldn't mind taking profit around between $4,000 to $5,000. I'll be taking profits. I don't care if it goes to $20,000, but that's my take. And the bull run has officially begun. Okay, Bitcoin Cash has triggered this bull run. Okay, you can say that. Bitcoin Baijan, you are the best in crypto. No comparison. Shrey is amazing. Hoping for AO's update. Really hoping for a big move. 24. Thanks for the 20, bro. AO's. Yes. AO's is going to move like a motherfucker. Okay. Let's look at AO's. And by the way, right now Bitcoin's sitting at $91,000, and I do think Bitcoin hits around between 150 to $160,000 by the end of the year. Okay, this is my prediction. Bitcoin's sitting at 91. Everyone's scared right now. We go to 135 and go sideways from there. 135 could come April, May, in that time frame, and then we get a pullback, and everyone again starts talking about, oh, bull market is over, blah blah blah, right? And we keep on going up until the end of the year and hit $150,000. Okay, that's what I think happens. So let's look at AOs. AOS network. Yeah, bro, I'm firm on our pricing. See the amount of days that we spend here. Right there. It's possible that we do something identical right here. I mean, I feel we have hit the bottom for AOs, but we spend that time here before moving up. Okay, so expect a lot of volatility in this zone. So I wouldn't get excited, and I want AOS to stay low, go up and then crash and do this like that and keep me confused. So that, there are a few cryptos I am in where I just want one of them to go quicker than the other one. And I want some cryptos to stay low so I can flip that. And when AO starts to go, it will be fast like this, okay? It will happen fast. Really fast. When AO starts to move, it's going to move at this speed right there. Whenever it starts to move, it's going to be fast. And that's where it'll be moving to. Okay. I would say, 170 to $3. 170 to $3. That's where AOS is heading to. And when it starts to move, as I said, it's going to be fast, okay? When it starts to move, it's going to be fast. So the chart will look something like this, okay? So, we would spend how much time approximately, if this is the bottom, we go up, then come back down. Stay in this range. I would stay, once we come back up, we would stay above, in this range we would stay. Right there, okay? AOs would stay in this range. Once we go above, yeah. I would say once we go up, we will stay in this range. We'll come back again. This is a strong point of resistance. So the wick could go down, but it would try to stay in this range approximately this time frame, and then before we start going up. Okay, that is AOS for you. Let's turn on some music. Hey, what does Jasmine Swiftcoin look like at the end of January? Matt, what's up, brother? Good morning, Matt. We can see the dominance chart. Sorry, bro. I didn't realize that, but now you should be able to see it, right? Okay. Swiftcoin. I think January, February, this is a huge resistance right here. And I would say the middle point of Swiftcoin. So once we reach this level right here, I would expect Swiftcoin to slow down. Right? Like once we reach this level, coming to this level should be pretty quick, okay? So that is almost 270%. 270, 280% pump should be relatively quick, okay? That can happen between now and March, you know, like that. Like that. Now in March should be like that, and then we waste time here like that. And I can't say how long we're gonna waste time, okay? According to the chart, according to this, okay, the longer we wait, that means this will invalidate this thing that we will ever go touch this line. My say is that we go, my 2 cents, you know, how they talk. If it's, the sooner we go, you know, we touch this line, okay? I will forget about this line if it takes too long, okay? If it takes too long for us to touch this line, then I'm going to forget about this line. Because I want to be conservative, right? I want to be conservative on my thinking. I want to consider this as a halfway point. Halfway. If this is the halfway point, this mark here, let me take this off. You'll be like, how do you come to a conclusion, Shrey? Where are you gonna go? This is 0.5, I think, 0.5, and this right here could be the top or a local top. Okay, so it all depends. It all depends how quickly we move. If we move, you know, that's where I see a pullback when we hit this line. Again, I will, if it takes longer, then, you know, I'm going to change my thesis. But as of now, I would think, you know, let's go first, do one baby step at a time. Let's go to 0.0160 first, okay? Let's do that. And I think we should be heading to that. You know, baby steps towards that. All right. Just because Bitcoin dominance, I expect next 2-3 days to go down, you know, just a little bit. So expect a small, you know, tiny pullback before we go up, you know, something like this, you know, it goes up like that and then like that before, you know, crazy move up. Okay. Crazy move up. I am bullish, very bullish. Okay. All the bears are gonna cry. Okay, and then so they'll say, oh, I didn't say that. I don't know. They all say both sides. Okay, they're like, I am bearish. We're gonna go down. With such a confidence, and then they say, but I think a relief rally happens. Relief rally happens. Then we go at this point. At 105, 105. And they don't want to be called wrong. Okay, they don't want to be called wrong. Me, I'm saying this is where we are going. There is no ifs and buts. This is where we are going. Okay? People say there's no certainty. Yes, there is no certainty, but this is what I believe is going to happen. If it doesn't happen, then I am wrong. Okay? Then I'm wrong. Simple as that. And, you can be wrong, but you can't be in both boats. You can't be a bear and you can't be a bull. I go look at the market and then I make a decision. You motherfucker, you have lost a trade. You have lost buying Swiftcoin at the 0 levels right here. If I buy Bitcoin Cash, Swiftcoin, it has already come up 18%. So there's a difference between buying here and here. And, a lot of people will get bullish when it reaches here. And they'll say, oh, is it a right time to buy, Shrey? Is it right time to buy? Like, you are up right here. When it pops 300% up, and then you have a huge line of people, oh, we are bullish. Shrey was right, yeah. Should we get in now, Shrey? And then, the moment they get in, it crashes. Pull back. When are we going to go up, Shrey? When are we going to go up now? What's going to happen? But, yeah. The time is to buy when you're in depression. When I kept on saying, hey, we're going to go up. I thought we would stop at 0.05, okay? This was my target of, we went even a little lower than that. So it made me nervous when we went a little lower. But then I looked at the chart and I was like, nah, we are fine, man. We are fine. Look at this. We are perfectly set on this channel. We are fine. It's just that, look at this. Perfectly sitting on this channel. And I think we will break this channel. Break this channel and go above. Okay? Jasmine. Matt, what's happening, brother? Next level, look at the breakout, I think next level, Jasmine, where Jasmine is going is right here, where we would get some sort of pullback, So, and 15x, 16x, 15x, 16x from here. Jasmine. Look at this. Can we go by March, April? Yes, we can. To this level. When I say this level is 12 cents, 12 cents. What happens after this level? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. We've not been able to. We tried 2 times to get into this channel and got rejected. Okay. We'll try the 3rd time. We'll try a 3rd time. And if we are able to, you know, I expect a pullback, but after the pullback, if it's able to still go up, then that thing will go to the moon, man. Yeah. But look at where we are right now. I think this is the bottom for Jasmine, you know. Expect some sort of consolidation before the move up. But April, you know, if this happens, that'll be a great, great move. Look at that. Yeah, that's a big move. Okay. I'm excited. I believe. Is it possible for Toshi coin on base to moon hard? 2 cent, maybe. Let me look at it. Thanks for the 10, bro. Bitcoin by John. How are you, brother? Toshi. And the chart is too young for me to chart. Okay, there's not much history to it, so it'll be a dodgy territory for me to go in Toshi. But as of now, this is your big resistance. Okay, right there. So by March, this is where you would come across resistance. Can we go up through this level? Yes, but after that, I don't know. 0.0010. I don't know what happens after that. You know, you could be looking at, if we break that, then you could see something. But you know, something like this, right? And then, you know, hang around here like that, get you excited, and then, you know, do something like this before moving up by the end of the year like that, or just go down. I don't know. Okay, as of now, this is your big resistance levels. Okay. Yeah, something else I was looking at, definitive. Edge, it's called the Edge. Okay, Edge, I feel. I just posted yesterday, it had a nice bump. I feel we are in this channel. Edge. Right there. Nice channel it has formed. until we are in this channel, I think you're safe. But it's going to be volatile till we stay in this channel. So we could be doing this. Okay. Edge could be going back here to this level, come back up, come back down, come back up to this level right there, and come back all the way down one more time to this level, right? Before it starts moving up. Okay. So it's possible that I think this is the bottom. So it's possible the same amount of days that we took to come down, we could take the same amount of days or a little more to go up. Okay. So let's say 135, let's say 150 puts us in June. In June, May, June, right there. Again, this is all very speculative, okay? Because this is very short chart that I have, not a huge long history. If we go below this level, then we are done. You know, this thing can go to zero. But as of now, I feel we are going. Why am I suggesting that? Because this I feel it's a 618. 618 for this coin. In the 2618. This is the 618. And the 2618 is right here. And I feel that's where we are going to 2618. Right there. In that vicinity, which would mark a beautiful arc. So this finishes a triangle. I think price won't be able to go above this level right there. If you even pump to this level, you know, it'll be dodgy. I would be afraid that it would come back down, you know. But yeah, that's the final level that I'm looking at, $6 to $9. We're sitting at 14 cents right now. That is crazy. That's crazy, you know. If it's a good buy, I would say, at this level right here, 0.11 cents. It's a good buy. 11 cents, 12 cents is a good buy for this coin, I feel. You know, it has pumped a little bit. You know, you could feel it. It would make you feel like you missed the pump, because it's possible it goes to this level and then comes back down. Right, one more time. Probably 12, 11 cents is a good buy. Price of silver, $100, bro. Price of silver, $100. You know, $100 to $117. That's where I think the price of silver is going. If you look at, again, I'm looking at the fibs. Okay. Top to bottom fib. Let's delete everything. This was 618. The price stayed significant level for us. 382. The price stayed here at 382 for a long period of time, and it became resistance. We stayed here for a long period of time. It was not able to break it. So again, resistance here. Here it became support. Here it became resistance. So I think it's 382. This is 236. 236 right here. Again, support, resistance, resistance. So I think this is firm 236 right now. 618 right here. We just passed 786. 786. We broke 786. And I think this is where we would consolidate for maybe a month to, you know, you would see this, something like this, like that happen. And, you know, and then we hit, you know, 100, you know, like that. I see silver doing something like this. So we're coming close to the top, but, you know, somewhere around 100 would be a, you know, I would take some profit at 100. And I expect silver to start coming down somewhere in 2028, 2029. Right there, we could come back to $30. Yes, $30. $30 silver possible. We're like, straight this low silver. How can it come this low? Yeah. You know, right there, $27. $27. Huge. You know, like the way you see it going up, it can come down too. So by 2030 or 2029, it's even possible the 2032, we would hit this low, $28 silver, you know. But as of now, I'm bullish. And if you look at a weekly, let's look at a monthly. Yeah, $30 possible. Yeah. You don't have to wait for $30. You can start buying right here at 37. I would say, yeah, $36 cost average. Buy into this low if it even drops to 28.30. Yeah. But guys, if it breaks 112, man, that means the next level up is $200. Okay, just to be careful. 215. Okay, I don't think that happens, but as of now, I would see, you know, something like this. Okay. Yeah. If it comes to $30, yes, that would be a good buy. But as of now, I think silver is going to $100, $100 to $115, $120 silver. It's going to be volatile. Is it short squeeze or, man, I don't care about the narrative of what people say. What I'm worried about is what the chart says. I can tell you a lot of fundamentals to fit my narrative, right? Why the price is going to go up and why the price is going to go down. But I'm just telling you what I expect looking at the chart, okay? My job as a chartist is just to, see things before they happen, right? And, there's no why it happens. It's not my concern. The whole idea behind being an analyst is predicting things before they happen, right? So it's pattern recognition, right? Before it happens, right? After spring comes summer, right? So it's a cycle. So how you can predict something like this is because it's cyclical, right? It's cyclical, and, I predicted silver at $22, mentioned we are going up, posted a chart on silver long time ago, posted 3-4 times, but the sentiment was so low, nobody wanted to hear it, right? Just like in crypto. Now I'm saying we're going to go up, and the sentiment is so low. People are dejected, sad, and, really low. Their whole frame of mind is, man, I want to get out of this thing. I want to start my new life. I want to start that new business that I've been hanging on. They had made these plans in their mind, including me, that have been delayed for almost 2.5 years. And that delay is just messing up with their mind. I call this a mind fuck zone. We were in a mind fuck zone. 2.5 years delayed, okay? This run. I would say 2 years delayed. So imagine the mind fuck you go through. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't blame you, but there are too many people in crypto and not everyone can win, bro. We are early and we are late at the same time. Okay? There are almost 500 million people in crypto. They can't all be millionaires. You have to get rid of them. How do you get rid of them? There's time and price. Some people get out because it's been too long. They have to start their life, start a new job, start a new business, have to buy a house, do something, right? They can't keep on waiting. They've been in crypto since 2017. Some people are 2016. Some people since 2020. They were like, it's been 5 years, man. I can't waste my life. I've given everything what I had. And it's been 5 years and, I'm still at zero. I can't wait. I need to start my life, I'm going to take this money out, never look at crypto back again, buy this house, or, start this new job and never coming back. So many people just left, okay? Because they can't take it. And I don't blame them. And this is when we're going to go up. Yeah. So many people left. Or people who didn't leave, they did fuck up a lot, in trading. So many people. I had one friend who got into leverage trading. He didn't tell me that he was into leverage trading and lost so much money, man. I feel so bad. Yeah. Option trading, it's designed to make you go broke. It's designed to take your money. Never get into options, It's very bad. Very bad. It's designed against you. Imagine all your cards. They know how many people are short. They know how many people are long. They can fuck you whenever they want. It's just like going to a brothel, and you are the whore. They would take you like the way they want. That's why I never like placing buy orders or sell orders. That's why I stay up late at night, because I don't want them to know when I'm selling. I don't want them to know when I'm buying, okay? When a lot of people put buy orders, sell orders, that's your data, okay? That's your data. This is being exchanged between market makers. They're all the same. They're all the same. Okay. Let's see what is pumping and what is dumping. Okay, I want to show you one more thing. I'm looking at XYO. There's a possibility, okay? In XYO. If it doesn't, then small possibility. Small possibility to hit these levels. Right here, when we get out of this, I feel that we are very close getting out. The moment we get out, break out of this, okay, we could go very quickly. Again, how the breakout will happen, whenever that breakout happens, it will go to these levels, okay, 0.014, okay. When that breakout happens, it won't be small. It will go straight up, okay. It won't be small. It won't give anyone a chance to get in. When this happens, it will go up like that, 170% in one day, okay, 170% in one day when that happens. And then you'll consolidate. But when will that happen? I don't know. You know, we could go back one more time low right there before we start to go back up, okay? And boom, this happens, okay, like that. Could one more time go back low, okay? If not, it will be like this. Whoop. Like big candle, like that. One day daily candle that goes up to this level, okay? Will it be here? You know, this is a super fast scenario for XYO, okay? That we go crazy, and all the signs are pointing towards that. But let's see. If not, then this is gonna be a really, really slow moving coin, and it does something like this. And you know, before the end of the year, it starts to go up, okay? But I feel it's just all the lines is just perfect, man. It's just perfect. It's just telling me that, you know, we could hit this level very quickly when that happens. Feb March could, you know. So I'm doing a gamble. I just put some money in there. If that happens, that'd be awesome. We just need one coin to move faster than another one, you know. That'll be awesome. I didn't do TA on BSV because It's the most hated crypto in history. XYO is on track, bro. We will know in the next week, okay? I feel the bull run starts from 7th or 8th of January. 7th or 8th of January, this run starts. And I'm bullish until February, March. February, March, I'm bullish, okay? We time to take profits around February, March, April zone, right? Where does it say how long we've been live? Oh, exactly 1 hour. No, it's been 20 minutes we've been live. How long we've been live? This thing is behind. It's crazy how late you are getting the transmission. It's really delayed. Okay, question and answers. Okay, let's just talk. Give me a break, man. I've been just boom, boom, boom. I've been just doing the charts. What's in the news? You saw that. I want to buy properties in Venezuela. I really want to buy some land in Venezuela. I don't know how to do that. You can't go there right now. So how do you do a transaction? I mean, I don't have the money right now, but in this run next few months, if you get a run, I want to buy at least a condo or something in Venezuela. I feel it'll be a good investment once they, try to. I hope they're not going to destroy more of the city. Somewhere close in Venezuela by the beach or some tourist destination, because I feel a lot of money will be poured in Venezuela now, and it's been extremely. It's like a low cap crypto, because it's a small country which has a lot of potential. It has a lot of oil and it has a lot of gold, so a lot of mining industry will come in. A lot of petrol people will come in. A lot of petroleum companies going to come in, and there will be a lot of money in Venezuela, and which will show the standard of living of people will go up, I feel, in the next century, in the next what do they call it? Decade, so I think it'll be a good place to put some money. Bitcoin, Bajan, Iran, my country might be on the track for regime change. Yes, I see that. I see that. Are you in Iran right now, or are you in the US or Canada? Where are you right now? Bitcoin Bajan. Because, yeah, a lot of countries, man. Regime change. 26 will be the year of transition, and I think the bottom, something really bad happens in which initiates in 2026 and which comes to conclusion in 2028. I would get into Bitcoin around 2028. Yeah, 2027, 2028, depends, price around 50, 55, $60,000. I will get back into Bitcoin. But let's see. Okay, as of now, if we go to 150, then possible I would get back into it around $60,000, because I don't want to take a chance. Yeah, 60 or 75. I've not yet decided. When will I start dollar cost average into Bitcoin? But let's look at Bitcoin one more time. If it goes to 150, how low are we gonna go? I like to look at the chart inverted, okay? Yeah, $75,000. This is where, the wicks would go higher, but that would be a $73,000 would be, if you go to $150,000, then, there'll be a small period of time where, I see Bitcoin going like this, something like this, 135, and then get a pullback to 105, 102, and then, sideways, and then boom, 150, hang out here for 2027 Q1, and then boom, something like this happens. $75,000, I would say 75, but we would stay here up here, down there for a long period of time, and there would be wicks. There'll be wicks. A wick could go to $44,000, like a big dump to this level. So it's possible, but where will it spend a lot of time? Bitcoin will spend a lot of time around 73, this zone right here. We would spend a lot of time. 70, I would say $80,000 to $70,000 is where Bitcoin, I think, will spend a lot of time, because that is a 50% dump from $150,000. Yeah, 50% dump. So $73,000 would be a good buy at that time, I would feel. Good place to get into Bitcoin at 75, and where I would expect it to do something like this. Like I go back up and then, have another run to probably 200, 180, 190. You do something like that. Okay. But $73,000 as of now, if we are going to 150, then 73,000 to 70,000 would be a good place to get into Bitcoin. Between $70,000 to $75,000 would be a good place to get into Bitcoin. This is if and when we reach $150,000 by the end of the year. This is then the bottom price where it would consolidate a lot. Okay, a wick. These are tough to catch, and it's a gamble. Okay, one sure thing to buy low would be at from 150. Just say 50%. Once you get 50% discount in Bitcoin, that's a good buy. Okay, that's how you look at Bitcoin. I don't think so now. Yeah, Ben Cohen said Bitcoin goes to 36K in October. I don't think so, bro. Ben Cohen is wrong. That's what I would say. But same, lost about 300K overall, but hanging in there. Bitcoin Baijan. Sunny Singh, yeah, we are accepted. We'll get my money back. October BTC at 36. Baijan. Sunny Singh. Yeah. Baijan 4-year cycle said we top in October. We did at 126 dot. Yes, 4-year cycle is, I was, adamant on the 4-year cycle as well. If you see, when was this chart posted? Look at this. December 19, 2022, okay? December 19, 2022, I called the bottom, right? Look at this, 16,785. the top would be somewhere in October of 2025. Look at this, Monday, 13th October 2025, right? So, yeah, the cycle is broken, bro, you know, and the 4-year cycle theory is wrong at this point. Yes, you know, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, okay? But as of now, I think the 4-year cycle theory is wrong, okay? And we will see. We will see. Actually, we have seen it. Bitcoin Cash is the proof of that, okay? We are going to go up, and it's going to be a magnificent alt season, okay? Magnificent. I repeat, it's going to be a magnificent alt season. A lot of people are going to left behind, okay? You heard it on Straight TV, baby. People who are new here, welcome, okay? Welcome. There's nothing, this is difference of opinion, okay? Ben Cohen is good. He's been right on Bitcoin. I have been right on Bitcoin, you know, and there could be a difference of opinion. You know, he looks at the video probably and thinks about it, okay? Maybe, maybe not, you know? But I'm firm that Bitcoin is going to $135,000, and by the end of the year, probably $150,000. And altcoins, there are so many altcoins now, so you can't say everything's gonna pop, but there are some coins which are primed to pop, like Bitcoin Cash, Swiftcoin, you know, Polyswarm. Then there's Arger, man, you know, Arger's bullish AF, bullish. Okay, so many coins I feel are bullish. XYO, you know, XRP. It's gonna hit $8. You know, $7 to $8 XRP. So yeah, man, I'm bullish. You know, whosoever is bearish now, you know, I don't know how many people reach this video, but you know, if it has reached you, and if you're a new audience, there's some reason behind it. Okay, I don't think anything is coincidence. Okay, it's written. Okay, that's why you are here on this channel. It's written. Okay, later. Have a good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. Later, guys. Love you.